Hi everyone, my name is Jen and this is Beast Plants, where we talk about things houseplant and home design. Welcome back. So today I want to share with you some of my favorite places to buy plants online. Although my favorite way to buy plants is definitely locally. I love to support my local nurseries. Sometimes plants are just hard to find. And for the highly sought after plants, the only option is often to look online. So these are my favorite places to do that. Let's get into it. Okay, so for the structure of this video, I'm probably going to first talk about some of the bigger plant companies, the more well-known one, before moving on to Etsy seller, eBay sellers, etc., things like that. I do prefer to buy from these bigger plant companies when I am purchasing plants online, simply because it is less risky. All of these companies have a live arrival guarantee, although the policy does vary from one company to another. At the minimum, you know that when you are purchasing a plant from these companies, you are receiving a fully rooted, actively growing plant that is alive when it comes out of the box at your home. And if for some reason the plant is not alive when it comes out of the box at your house, they will have teams dedicated to customer service that can answer your questions and help you out. And a lot of these companies have very generous refund policies as well. Okay, so my favorite well-known, like big plant seller online is for sure Gabby Plants. So I have ordered from Gabby Plants 4 or 5 times now, maybe more, honestly. I've been ordering from them for about a year, several times, even through the winter, and it has been consistently amazing every single time. I do have, I believe, 2 unboxings from Gabby Plants on my channel. I'll make sure to link them in the description box below so that you can watch them and see how the plants look when they come out of the box. A couple reasons why I love Gabby Plants so much. The first one is that they are incredibly transparent. They are transparent about when they do restocks. Wednesday, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 5 p.m. my time in California every single Wednesday. And before the restocks, they release a list of everything that is going to be available during that restock. They also do ghost restocks, which means that for some of like the more sought after plants like the pink princesses or the Philadelphia Jose Bueno, things like that, they will drop small quantities online on random days without triggering their email notification list or a like restock day, so that more people have the opportunity to purchase one of those plants. And I feel like being a part of their Facebook group and the newsletter is like kind of being a part of like a family. That's so cheesy. That's so cheesy. But one of the advantages of being a part of some of those groups is that you will get hints of when ghost restocks happen. Also, because the owner of Gabby Plants, Shane, is very, very, very active on there, and he is incredibly transparent. He is super transparent about his business practices, like his advice, what is happening behind the scenes at the company, how they are, investing, even like their profits, like what infrastructure they are looking to build in the future in order to grow more plants to try to meet the demand that has definitely surged this year. He's also incredibly transparent about his beliefs and what the company stands for, and I really like that in a place that I'm going to be spending, quite frankly, a whole lot of money at. So Gabby Plants is definitely my favorite retailer by far. Okay, so since it's also heading into winter, I'm also briefly going to talk about their winter insurance policy, which I definitely utilized last winter. It's great. So basically, if you live in anywhere that gets really cold, the winter insurance policy adds a heat pack to your order. But the kind of interesting and different thing about the insurance policy that is applicable to me living in Northern California, where it gets chilly but not like that cold, is that they will determine whether or not you need a heat pack when they ship out the order. They'll look at the weather in your area throughout the days that the plant will be in shipment to to decide whether or not you need a heat pack. And for some reason, if they have determined that you do not need a heat pack and your plant arrives with cold damage, they have like, I believe it's like an exchange policy or something like that, or like you get a refund or something like that. Definitely check again when they start rolling out their winter insurance again. I don't think it's available right now just because, you know, it's not cold in most places, but I really like that, because sometimes it's hard for me to determine whether or not I need a heat pack, because if you have a heat pack and your plant doesn't need it, it can also damage the plant. So yeah, I have got so many plants from Gabriella. So I think my favorite plant that I've got from Gabriella is this. This is my Philodendron Burgundy Princess that I unboxed. The Philodendron Burgundy Princess, if you don't know, is a reverted Philodendron Pink Princess, and Gabriella Plants is obviously like the most well-known seller of the Philodendron Pink Princess, which means that they also have extremely high standards when it comes to their pink princesses. So a lot of times, if the variegation isn't up to par, they will release them as Burgundy Princess, and you can buy them for a very low rate. So this is mine. I cut it obviously from when you saw in the unboxing. This is a middle section, and it has definitely produced leaves that like have specklings of pink. It's not like completely green, which is super cool. Maybe this plant will surprise me at some point and throw out a leaf with a lot of variegation. Up there, I also bought their Philodendron Rio, which, you know, if you haven't seen my video on the Rio versus Silver Stripe, I'll make sure to link that. I think it's over here actually. I'll make sure to link that for you. What else do I have from them? I've bought several pothos from them, and those things come big and full and root bound, let me tell you. So yeah, definitely Gabriella Plants is my favorite big like plant company for sure. Okay, so in number 2, I'm going to give it to Steve's Leaves, which is where I got this Albo Syngonium from. She's so pretty. She is so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, so the reason that Steve's Leaves gets the number 2 spot is that their plants are always such big, beautiful specimens. Like, holy crap, look at that. I've bought from them, I believe, 2 or 3 times now. Never had any issues with the plant being mailed. Their shipments always arrive on time. Never had a problem with any of that. My only complaint about Steve's Leaves is that it's really hard to catch one of their restocks. They don't do regular restocks, like they don't have a day where they like drop a bunch of plants really. I think that they oftentimes will restock on Tuesdays, like in the morning-ish, but I haven't really had like a whole lot of luck going by that schedule or anything like that. If you're into begonias, I'm sure you already know about Steve's Leaves, but you gotta check out Steve's Leaves if you're into begonias. They do a lot of hybrids of begonias at Steve's Leaves, and those are more readily available than like the aeroids are on their site. Another thing about Steve's Leaves is that they always have auctions going on. So although they don't do restocks, if you're, you know, very desperate for a plant, you can definitely check out one of their auctions. So I got this Syngonium from Steve's Leaves. It's been growing like basically like a weed. It's been amazing. And I also recently got another plant from them, and I have some unboxing footage of that for you that I'm going to put at the end of this video. Alright, so Steve's Leaves gets my number 2 pick. Okay, please ignore the background. I'm currently shooting some photos for Instagram, but I have a very exciting unboxing for you, and it's especially exciting because this is not a plant for me. So you know what that means. So I'm going to hold on to this for an upcoming giveaway that I'm planning. I actually already have this plant for myself, but I saw that they had it in stock, so I decided why not, and I just picked up another one for you. I didn't buy mine from Steve's Leaves though, so I'm excited to see what this specific specimen looks like. So Steve Sleeves always has amazing packaging for their plants. I'm just gonna pull it all the way out. Okay, awesome. Comes with a new card. They upgraded. This used to be a sheet of paper. Now it's very nice postcard size. Very shiny. Came with my receipt. And then the plant has a stake in it so that you can, so it doesn't like, the leaves don't get hit in the box. So we'll just take that out because I don't think it needs it. Okay, are you guys ready? Oop, there's a tiny bit of soy spillage, but not bad. This is such a pretty specimen. Holy freaking shit. This is beautiful. Guys. Look how pretty this is. Holy crap. This is gorgeous. So, if you can't tell, this is a philodendron brandy. I have one. It looks very sad in comparison to this gorgeous, freaking amazing specimen. I love the leaves. They are silvery and they are shimmery. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take these stakes out because I think they serve the same purpose. It's just to not have the plants get banged up in transit. But the philodendron brandy, you can. It looks like they had this one climbing. It is growing upwards, so they probably had a stake in it at one point so this plant could climb. Wow, this is like, oh, look at the size of these leaves. This is such a beautiful specimen. Wow. Honestly, might keep this for myself. I guess you'll just have to tune in and see. Wow, this is amazing. And then it also obviously comes with a name tag, so philodendron brandianum or philodendron brandy. Okay, amazing. Okay, the soil definitely does not look dry, so I'm just gonna isolate this, probably spray it down with some neem oil, just to make sure it doesn't have any pests, and then, you know, I'll be here in my house until it goes home with one of you. Alright, yay, I'm so excited. Okay, and my number 3 spot is no other than the plant queen herself, Enid, or NSC Tropicals. Everyone knows NSC Tropicals. They are well known because they are amazing. She's like the OG plant dealer. She has some of the most beautiful, highly sought after specimens ever. And the reason she isn't ranked higher on this list is simply because I can never get one of her plants. Like, because her plants are so well sought after, every time she does a restock, the website crashes just from like the sheer amount of people trying to access the site. So they've been doing ghost restocks. I have not been able to catch a single ghost restock since they switched from doing announced restocks to ghost restock. I got my Monstera Thai constellation from her last year. I love it to death. It is beautiful and amazing. Look at this variegation pattern. Spectacular. But pretty much like I've gotten this plant from her, and I've also gotten one other plant, which is my Rhaphidophora decursiva, which I did a repotting of. But my Rhaphidophora decursiva I actually have already propagated before that video. So, you know, if you buy a Rhaphidophora decursiva from her, just know that it will be fuller than what you see in the video, because I actually did a trade with half of my decursiva. Anyways, so her plants always are shipped incredibly fast for some reason, like way faster than any other plant company. They are shipped like this. Both times that I've purchased plants from her, oftentimes they will be shipped the same day that I place the order, which is honestly like amazing. You get them so fast. They are very, very well packaged. So yeah, highly recommend if you can ever catch one of NSC Tropical's restocks, you purchase from her. You know, I feel like everyone knows about NSC Tropicals, and the only reason why people don't have plants from her is because they can't get their hands on it. So let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to give an honorable mention, and the honorable mention goes to Logi's. I feel like Logi's, besides Gabrielle Plants, is a place that I have the most luck in terms of being able to catch a restock. I feel like I actually get email notifications from Logi's when their plant goes back in stock versus some of the other companies. But the thing with Logi's is that they are the most expensive out of that list that I've mentioned already. They are by far the most expensive. They always have their specimens priced the highest, and B, their specimens are always the smallest. So I just haven't loved or been like completely amazed by the plants that I've received from Logi's. But with that being said, they have all arrived healthy. They've all arrived, you know, alive. And I have been able to find some cool plants from, you know, the company. The first Syngonium albo I ever got was from Logi's, and you can see how small it is in comparison to the sleeves one that you saw earlier, and I think I paid the same price for the two. So yeah, alright. Okay, so now let's move on to other types of sellers. So my favorite Etsy store is Rain City Plants on Etsy. That's where I got my philodendron pink princess. Ignore how small the size of the specimen is. If you watch my unboxing video, I'll link it right here, you will see how beautiful it was when it came out of the box. Unfortunately, it had some root rot, so I've had to chop and start over basically with it. But look at how beautiful this leaf is. Holy crap, it's beautiful and amazing, and so variegated. I love it. I love it so much. I've ordered from Joanne or Rain City Plants twice now. I got this plant, and I got a Codex plant that has not done anything yet, so I'm not going to show it to you. And I've been incredibly impressed by her packaging. If you watched that philodendron pink princess unboxing, the packaging was on point. She also offers heat packs in the winter time, which is crucial, and her specimens are always beautiful. So I highly recommend you check out her Etsy store. I'll make sure to link it in the description below. Okay, so another plant seller that I recommend is the Equator Plant Shop on Etsy, and the owner's name is Wendy. I got my Scindapsus trebuli on there, and it came very well packaged in amazing quality. I've also read so many positive reviews about her shop, especially on Facebook, because sometimes she sells in the Splurge and Purge group. Her name is Wendy Liu, and so I've seen some amazing specimens that she's sold. She has like really nice big plants, so I would recommend checking her out as well. Okay, and then the last seller I'm going to recommend is the seller that I got my philodendron melanochrysum from. Since you've seen it, it has A, been transferred into LECA, and B, put out this teeny tiny beautiful leaf. So I'm super happy with it. I do have an unboxing video of this philodendron melanochrysum, and I'll put it right here for you. I believe the owner's name is John, and the eBay name, because I got this from eBay, is just like a default eBay name, so I'm going to link it in the description box for you directly to his page. This might have been the best packaged plant that I've ever received, and that is high praise because I order plants online quite a bit. So those are all of the sellers that I buy from often and would recommend to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!